Welcome to another noob one shot.
Yeah.
Let's start off with character introductions, first and foremost. And then I'll read that backstory thing I made. Who are you, Ernest?
I'm Ernest. I'm a cleric of Aristil. I make my way in the world by being hired as caravan guard. That way I can collect and disperse of seeds while also protecting folks in need.
Let's go to the complete opposite. Poe, what's your skin like?
Poe is, I'm a skinwalker, coldborn, which just means a werebear kin. He's also a ranger and a divine tracker by trade and skill and profession, and often employed to hunt down fugitives and lost children, things like that. He's very adept at it with his natural racial abilities of being able to have beast-like features that'll give him scent if he wants to, and other things that allow him to track easily.
Kynite.
Oh, well, Kynite Slate Shatter is he's a gnome, and he is a kineticist who focuses on hydroponics. And his whole personality is he likes gym cutting, and that's also his profession. He makes jewelry, and he cuts gems.
Yeah. I'd like to point the camera next at our real life gnome, Kevin.
Yes. I am Felix. Felix the alchemist. Breath folk. Yes. Very, very clean. Very, very studious. And I work with potions. I work with bombs. Yes. Very clean.
Wonderful.
That doesn't seem dangerous.
That is very evocative of a rat. I see a rat when you talked. Well done.
Oh Lord, he coming. It's Sparks.
Hi there. Sparks is a catfolk sorcerer, a wielder of the wonderful power of static. I.e., air. I have an air bloodline sorcerer that uses lightning attacks. He is a largish feline, Rubenesque, also extra floofy, also likes a drink and dally with the floozies. He's a party boy, and he's here to just, get his rocks off and have one with the boys and do a little adventuring.
Last one, Alicia. What's up, girl?
Hello.
There you are.
Alicia is a human monk, specializing in flow, something like that, like a flow monk specializing in the shark style. So she can pierce you, or she can bludgeon you, or she can just throw you.
Hapkido.
That's totally awesome.
Ugh.
So,
Die, Kevin.
she is a quiet type. She prefers to stay to herself. Most people generally get on her nerves. So pretty much everything about her says, don't bother me.
As your group returns from a mission protecting a group of known traitors, the first thing you see over the horizon is a silhouette of your portobello, smoldering and covered in refuse and detritus, plastered across the lavender and rose sky, giving the appearance of a morbid painting. As you all run off to inspect the damage, you are soon overwhelmed with that sweet but acrid smell of burnt flesh. You pass women and men alike, identifying and wailing over the charred corpses of their loved ones, lined up like toy soldiers. Alicia, you see your monastery stained glass all smashed, holy tapestry smashed or slashed. And worst of all, you are informed that your friend Felicia is still missing. Sorry, still missing.
Felicia. Bye.
There it is. Felicia is almost like a sister to you. You and her were abandoned at the door at the Lion's Mane Monastery, days apart. You both grew close as you grew up. She took the path of History Keeper, and you trained your body to fight. And although you took different paths, you both stayed close. Felix Clanpox. Your potion shop lay in a pile of soot. From the looks of it and the ransack, a shelf was knocked over, causing a reaction, sparking an explosion. But worse than losing your shop, you lost years of your own time. Ever since the Great Mushroom Wars, the ratfolk population hasn't been in decline. Bombs made from your own design were placed underground in ratfolk colonies. You sold them for demolition. They used them for war. That war wiped out 90% of the ratfolk. After that, you devoted yourself to finding a way to bring back your people. 20 years of research, your life's work, now just ash falling from the sky that speckles your fur like the first snow of winter. Oh, even though you live outside the village in a cave, saving your home from destruction, your heart mourns as your old friend Urine is missing. Urine, a retired cleric but still devout follower of Gosray, that's how you pronounce it, right, Matt? Gosray?
That's not how you pronounce Uriel, but that's fine.
Oh, I thought is it Uriel? I'd put Uriel.
I know. I saw that. I wasn't gonna say. I was gonna say something, but I was like, nah.
I was like a weird name, but okay. So it's your.
Just let it happen.
Even though you live outside the village in a cave, saving your home from destruction, your heart mourns as your old friend Uriel is missing. Fucking shit. Uriel would always stop by your cave for a game of checkers, tea, or even engage in friendly debates with Poe, in good-natured attempts to sway him from his philosophy of the green faith. He also made a habit of calling you Porridge, even though you asked him not to call you by your full name. He still does. You see his house half collapsed, smoking, unknown if his body's been reduced to cinders or just out of sight under debris. Ernest, as you rush to your farm, you see the damages. You see the young farmhand, Chris Smith, face down in a pool of his own blood, his throat slit ear to ear. You said you didn't care what his name was.
Rude.
I don't. It's fine. I've always wanted to be the guy that dies in a bunch of movies. So this is my first death in a whatever this is.
His throat slit ear to ear, sword white-knuckled in the hand of a boy who died a warrior's death. The coops are sprayed with blood and feathers, with your girls torn to shred in their nests. Towards the back, you hear a peeping coming from a mangled corpse of one of your laying hens. You think it's Bertha. It's hard to tell. She's pretty mangled. As you move her wing, the chick has just hatched, its natural yellow feathers stained with the blood of her mother. You have lost chickens from predation before, but the loss of this scale can break open even the hearts of the most hardened farmers. Kyanite Slate Shatter. I don't know why I want to call you Shatter Shield. You rush to your home, cursing and praying as you run. Maya, a little girl you took in, is the only thing on your mind. Her parents were unable to understand her powers, but you knew that she was blessed, like you. You agreed to take her in to harness her powers and help keep her under control. When you arrived at your home, you find the lock busted and the door splintered, crashing through your home, bouncing off the walls as you sprint up the stairs, only to find a young girl's room trashed and upsettingly silent as the curtains blow in the wind of the broken window. You look down in your hand as a small glass unicorn you brought off the Nomistrators for her birthday. That's tomorrow. Sparks, you run into the only thing that matters in this town. Paul's Pussy Palace and Pizza Emporium, the local brothel and home of Candy Chantrell, your favorite elf girl. While running, her name keeps running over your lips like the catnip ale she would bring you before y'all's nights together. When you finally reach Paul's Pussy Palace and Pizza Emporium, trademark, you see the building almost untouched. Your second favorite girl. Your second favorite girl, Yarnball, a stout dwarf lass with a red beard, lets you know that they carried Candied away. As you grab an ale from the bar, you think if she's worth running after. After several ales, you realize that it's your duty to rescue her. Also, she's the only girl that can do that thing with her tongue that you like so much.
It's that thing with her tongue. It's cleaning my back. I can't reach it otherwise. I'm kind of a fatty.
Wonderful. Porcini, an elderly, well-dressed halfling and the town elder. He asked you all to meet him. You all arrive at the dilapidated remains of the city hall with a shaky hand. Porcini grabs some herbs from a small pouch. He packs his ivory pipe, and then he pats down his overcoat, looking for matches. When none are to be found, he grabs a still smoldering hunk of wood, lights his pipe. He then opens his hand, let the wood plank falls from his hand, and with a ragged sigh, rubs the bridge of his nose and says, "So, how was your trip?" That's the opening.